So, super common question I've been getting over the last week as a sales rep at a tech company is, are you worried about losing your job right now? We just saw 20,000 layoffs over the last week at big tech companies like Meta, Twitter, Snap, Stripe, you name it. I'm going to give you 3 strategies that you can implement today that will not only ensure you maintain your role at the current company you're at, but also put you in position where you're going to have opportunities for growth and promotions, whether they're at your company or another company. You start thinking to yourself, man, am I next? And realistically, you very well could be. You very well could be. But there are certain things you could be doing right now to differentiate yourself and make sure you're not one of the people that do get cut off, right? Or laid off, I should say, excuse me. So, when companies start looking at their whole organization from the top down, they start looking within sales, specifically at productivity. How much is this sales rep generating in overall revenue? How much are they bringing in? How much are we paying them, right? So it doesn't always come down to the most productive or safe, but typically the more productive you are and the more revenue you're generating for the company, the better position you're going to be in. So currently right now, I work at a company called Sysdig, and we're considered a startup. And, am I worried about potentially being laid off? To be honest with you, I'm not, but it's something that definitely comes to mind, and it's something that I should be mindful of. So what are things that I'm currently doing right now in order to separate myself, right? For that not to be a factor. And 3 things I'm really, really honing in on is 1, generating more activity than I ever have, right? And this comes down to whether you're an SDR, a BDR, an account executive, which I am, an enterprise account executive, it doesn't matter. What are you metriced on? And are you over exceeding those metrics? What are you doing kind of outside of that to get better? These are things you really need to think about. So if you're metriced on meetings, calls, pipeline generated, whatever you're being metriced on, double down on it and do more. Do more. I know a lot of people say, hard work and grinding, that's not the way. You need to be smart about it. And you do need to be smart about it. You absolutely do. And be very strategic with the way you go about your prospecting, your calling, your emailing, your cold messaging. But you could still really work hard. And whenever you kind of couple those 2 things, hard work and smart work, that's strategic, I promise you that recipe is always going to serve you. So do more, generate as much output as possible as you can, more than you've ever have. Also, evaluate how you're doing amongst your peers on your team. Make sure you're outperforming everybody on your team. That's something that you definitely want to do. That doesn't mean be a jerk and, try to, not help anybody on your team and stand out. Outwork everybody when it comes to these metrics, right? And be smart about it. But at the same time, collaborate with them. Share best practices. What's working? What's not working? Everybody's going to get better, and ultimately you're going to get better too. That's always served me, right? But understand how you're actually doing amongst your peers and make sure you're outperforming each and every one of them. Second, I think right now more than ever is such a great time at developing your personal brand, right? And building that. No matter what role you're in, SDR, BDR, AE, talk about what's actually worked for you. Be genuine about it. Don't be phony. Be genuine about it. Share what's working for you, what's not working. And whether you do this on, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, it doesn't matter. Choose a platform, right? But share these practices. Be consistent about it. And, great things really will come from it. This is something that I've done over the last 3 to 4 months. I'm still learning so much, but, I've met so many great people in my industry, sales reps and also leaders, managers. And I've shared best practices, right? And they've told me things that have worked for them that I've started implementing. There's so many great things that can come from doing that, more than you know. Not only that, years from now, if you plan on continuing and you aspire to continue to grow in your career, it's only going to serve you. Recruiters are going to be coming at your door, sending you all kinds of requests, right? So there's so many benefits to it. But at the same time, you're also sharing value and helping others. And I think if that's really important to you, you should definitely focus in on that and start developing a personal brand. Third, I would say, is really prioritizing your health more than ever right now, more than ever. You know, you're seeing, obviously it's flu season, that's picking back up. People are getting sick, that's common. But one thing that's always served me is having mental clarity, right? When it comes to, my career, my job, relationships, just managing stress levels, anything that I do, prioritizing my health has given me that mental clarity. And I think whatever it is for you, if it's just walking, running, lifting, all of those, eating healthy, making sure you're having a consistent sleep schedule, right? Measuring it with a Whoop. Well, it doesn't have to be a Whoop, but whatever you choose to do, be consistent at it and make sure you're prioritizing your health, because it's going to best serve you when it comes to your job that you do day to day and be a peak performer. It's going to help you whenever you're in relationships and developing those, right? Whether you're with your family, your friends, your partner, whomever, it's going to help you with all that, your stress levels, everything gets better. So prioritize that, and it's going to serve you in more ways than you know. We're in such an interesting time right now, guys, in 2022, right? Are we in a current recession right now? Maybe, maybe not. Obviously, we're starting to see a lot of layoffs. Implementing these things aren't easy. They're not easy. Is it going to be challenging? Yes, it's going to be very challenging. But if you really go in and go all in on yourself and continue to focus on just self-improving, stop focusing on short-term little wins, little losses, how much did I make here, how much did I make there? I promise you, in the long run, you're going to look back a year, 2, 3 years from now, being so grateful that you invested in yourself at this particular time. Make the commitment now, and you're going to be looking out 1, 2, 3 years from now, not being able to fathom what you've done. You could either do nothing or go all in. Why not just go all in?